Hey guys, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So today we're going to be doing Mastery Rank 7. Mastery Rank 7 is a little different. This is the first real challenge you'll probably have faced. You're not going to be able to just push through like you did with the previous 6. This one's actually going to require a bit of planning. So I strongly suggest, before you do this for the first time, you go and run a practice run. Make sure your weapons are effective in killing the enemies quickly, because there are 3 rounds of killing that you have to do. The first one is only a few enemies. The second one gives you more time and is more enemies. And the third one's a little bit longer and gives you yet another burst. So for this one, I'm going to be running the Lex Prime as my weapon. So let's head on to the relay and we'll get started. All right, here we are at the sanctuary area. Just going to run right up here to the 7th test, and we'll jump right into it.
Your Warframe is a weapon. Prove you have mastered its power.
Alright, so first round you have to kill 10 enemies and you have 40 seconds to do it. So that means if you're not killing an enemy roughly every 4 seconds, you will run out of time. I tried this a little bit earlier, and I made the interesting discovery that my my primary weapon was not modded out enough, and I didn't have enough mod slots to actually complete this. So, or not mod slots, but mod points, without like throwing a forma on it. So you're probably going to want to do a bit of upgrading, and yeah, you may need to throw a forma on your weapon before you actually jump in here. So I'm using Excalibur again, same mods as normal. Nothing, you know, super extravagant. I don't have anything fancy on here. Even my my melee isn't quite enough to cut these guys down fast enough. So again, come in here, do a practice run, make sure that your weapon is actually effective in here, because if it's taking you, you know, multiple seconds to kill each target, you're gonna fail. There we go. Alright, last round, even more enemies, but you do get a considerable amount of time, 1.5 minutes for the third and final round. So after I get done with this, I'm going to kind of show you the easy button on this. That is, if we pass this time. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit low on health. Alright, let's go ahead and pull out our... There we go. And hopefully we can cut some of these guys down with our 4th ability. Now, for this test, you do get all of your Warframe abilities enabled. So, yeah, if you have a different frame other than Excalibur that you want to use, you can definitely do that. So, I'm going to really quickly change frames, and we're going to jump right back in with a completely different frame.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Alright, so for this second run through, I decided to bring Ember Prime. It's a little overkill, but with an energy restore module, you can just run World on Fire, which is her ultimate ability, and yeah, you'll be fine.
Prove you have mastered its power.
So we'll go ahead and switch over to the correct weapon. We'll throw down a large energy restore, and we'll just set the world on fire. So this is pretty much going to do all of the work for you. There are a few frames like this out there that basically just cause an AoE damage effect. And yeah, they pretty much just annihilate everything in these lower levels, especially if you get your damage output pretty high. You can see that we burned through the first one. The second one is nearly complete. Now it's done. And the third one will be pretty much the same. So if you're fortunate enough to have kind of a higher level frame such as this, even, you know, regular Ember will be able to do some of this. And if nothing else, it'll take the edge off of some of these enemies. If kind of your weapon isn't up to par, then this is definitely a good alternative. So as you can see, very, very easy to do with Ember Prime. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below if you have any feedback. Otherwise, I will see you next time. So, have a great day.